Taylor here, and I want to thank you all so much for the wonderful birthday wishes. I really appreciate it, and I felt your love the entire day, so thank you so much. And in case you guys were wondering from last week, yes, I have recovered from the waxing experience. Like I said last week, I may have to use one of those microwavable wax kits where you just put the wax in a microwave and then you just pull it with a cloth strip. I think I'm gonna have to do that. You know what? It was only my first time waxing. I'm still learning about how to wax and everything, which it kind of goes into today's topic for today's insight video. You know, it's the middle of August and I go on Instagram this morning and lo and behold, the back to school pictures are starting to pop up, which means it is officially back to school season. Much to all of our dismay. But for today's insight video, I'm going to be talking about what it means to have autism during the back to school season. But before we get started, if you guys end up liking the video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And if you guys are brand new to my channel, or if this is the first video you've seen from me, my name is Taylor. How's it going? If you don't want to miss another video from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also turn on the bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Alrighty guys, with all that now being said, let's go ahead and talk about having autism and going back to school. So, back to school season happens around this time of year, and here's the thing. I mean, I think education is important. I mean, you should go to school, but I feel that this is a time of year where most autism parents around the world really struggle with or dread the most. And with myself personally on the spectrum, I can pretty much understand why. Back to school season is hard for us. As a child or even as a teenager, this is the time of year where I would struggle the most. I mean, or if not one of them. This is like way up there. I hated going back to school shopping because a typical back to school shopping day would probably consist of maybe 3 to 4 different stores. Every parent knows that you cannot buy all the school supplies that the child needs at the same store. And if you can, well, congratulations! I am so happy for you. I don't know about you guys, but my parents will go to Target, then they will go to Walmart, then they will go to Meijer, and then they'll go to Office Max, and then once we got everything, we'd be done. For me, personally, going to 4 different stores all on the same day, it was very overstimulating and overwhelming for me. I mean, each store has a different, I want to say, sensory type ordeal. Like, each one is differently stimulated. I hope that makes sense. Basically meaning that each store had a different sense of sensory intake and sensory messaging. Honestly, I don't care what anybody says, Meijer will forever smell different than Walmart. Don't even at me on this one. You have all these different types of products, you have all these different types of sounds, and plus there will be parents in there trying to shop for their kids, get the last minute back to school shopping done. Oh. As a kid on the spectrum, I hated that. I hate it. Honestly, there was really nothing I can do because, like I said, an average parent will go to 3 to 4 different stores to get school supplies for their kids. And again, if you're one of the parents who gets all the supplies at one store, congratulations, we applaud you. Another thing that I hated about back to school was wearing the uniforms. Up until 3rd grade, I could basically wear whatever I wanted as long as it was school appropriate. And something happened, and now all the students are required to wear uniforms no matter what district they're in. And I know, it's the law, and I get that, I understand that, but those of us on the spectrum, we struggle with the textures of our clothing too. Uniform pants was something that I did not enjoy as a child. I really struggled with trying to be okay with wearing something so itchy and so rough and wearing polo shirts like this. Now, this is the only comfortable polo shirt that I have at my disposal, and I'm wearing it for you today so that I can at least kind of have like a back to school thing going on, if you get my drift. I'm just gonna pause the video to do a little call to action here. For those of you who are making these uniforms, please, please, please make uniforms that are sensory friendly. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. Along with the change of clothes you have to wear every day comes the change in schedules and routines, which is by far the most difficult thing for me to adjust to whenever I went to school. Most of us on the spectrum, we love routines, we love schedules, because it helps us go with the flow and it helps us keep track of our day. I mean, we love it. It's like a sense of normalcy, if you know what I mean. One little thing changes, we're thrown off. Great example would be something that happened this morning. The change in schedules and routines throws us off, and yet we struggle to adjust, which makes us more vulnerable into having an overstimulated meltdown because of the changes in the schedules and routines. Another thing that was very hard for me to adjust to is accepting that I'm different, and it was going to be very difficult for me to fit in as a child, which it really was. Unfortunately, my school days mostly consisted of me crying when I got home because I was picked on so much as a child. Like, I was picked on so, I can't even believe how much I was picked on. It was really sad. Those are just a few of the things that I struggled with when it comes to going back to school. And I'm pretty sure most of you autistic friends of mine or autism parents kind of feel the same way when it comes to your child who's on the spectrum. What helped me? What did I do and what did my mom do to help me adjust more easily and more comfortably when it comes to going back to school? One thing that we did was a week after my birthday, my mom would have us go to bed early and get up early to kind of practice getting up for school, getting ready for school, and eating your breakfast on time, stuff like that. Basically did that to help all three of us because there's 3 of us in my family, but in a way, this helped me, I think, a little bit more than it helped my 2 siblings, because it was really hard for me if I did not do that. We'd practice getting up, brushing our teeth, brushing our hair, picking out our clothes, putting on the clothes, eating breakfast on time, and then before school started, we would just go on with our day, like a normal summer day. And then after the day was over, we would eat dinner at the time we would have dinner on a school day, and then we would go to bed on the school day time. That basically helped me learn how to adjust to all these changes when it comes to going back to school. Another thing my mom did was she always made sure I went to open house. This way I could see who was my new teacher, what my new classroom looked like, where my cubby was, where I had to put things, stuff like that, to kind of help me adjust to the new surroundings, because for somebody with autism that is very, very difficult. And it is also during these open houses where my mom would talk to my new teacher and say, she has autism, she has an IEP, she needs this and this and this and this and this, so that the teacher could be prepared to deal with me. And that way they could understand what's going on with me and how I needed to be taught on certain things, and also that would also explain why the special ed teachers will come in and get me. And I went there a lot. I went to the special eds a lot when I was a kid. Another thing that I would do, I kind of did this when I got older, but I would lay out my first day of school clothes the night before so that I knew exactly what I was going to wear, so that it can help me with the new routine and stay with the back to school routine as best as I could. Like, I had to prepare as much as I could the night before so that I could get ready, get dressed, eat my breakfast, and then get out the door on time. All of this and so much more helped me be more prepared for the school year, for the school schedules, for basically every new change that came with going back to school. And I don't know if some of you autism parents do this, you can let me know in the comments below, but have any of you autism parents ever got to the point where you had to leave your child home or with someone while you did the back to school shopping because it was too much for them? I don't remember doing that, but I think like when I was like 4 or in preschool, back when the diagnosis was still new, I think my mom did keep me home, but there were times when I was little where I wish I was kept home so I didn't have to put up with all the sensory information. When you're somebody on the spectrum, going back to school is hard because then you have to go back to the people who have picked on you, and that was always a very hard thing for me because I still hear those words every single day. Everybody calling me a retard, everybody staying away from me because they thought I was a stupid kid and stuff like that. And, oh gosh, dang it. It still bothers me that a child would say such hurtful things to another child just because I was different and I didn't learn the same way and I didn't process everything the same way, and there wasn't a way for me to explain it to them, which is still not an excuse. I mean, I was pretty petrified of who was going to be in my class. But I think in 8th grade, no, not in 8th grade, 9th grade, in my high school years, it got to the point where I'm like, well, if you're not going to accept me for me, then see you later. I don't have the time or energy for that. Just be confident with the autistic person that you are, and be proud that you have a new and interesting way of looking at the world, something that normal people can't even do. And I am so blessed to have that. It makes me feel so incredibly special and blessed that I have autism, and do not ever feel ashamed about that at all. Going back to school may be a little bit more difficult for us on the spectrum, but I feel that with some time and a lot of preparation and also a lot of understanding on both parties, then maybe going back to school won't be so bad. It wouldn't be as difficult. That and somebody making sensory-friendly uniforms. Well guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you guys liked it. Also in the comments below, what is your favorite school subject? My favorite school subjects are art, music, and English. I look forward to reading and replying to your responses below. And finally, as always, if you guys like this video and want to see more videos from me in the future, go ahead and give this channel a subscribe. Well guys, that's it for now. Until next time.